Yeah, good evening, everyone. So let's see the first question. See the first question of the day. Discuss the natural resource potential of Deccan Trap. So straightforward question. Discuss the natural resource potentials of Deccan Trap. So what is this Deccan Trap? You need to define first in the introduction and then discuss the natural resource potential and then conclude. Okay. Yeah. Good points, Rajni. So basically, the question is a straightforward question, but a factual question. So what is the question about? Mainly they are asking you, what are the natural resources potential of Deccan Trap? So first you need to understand what is this Deccan Trap. You need to mention it in the answer. So the framework is introduction about Deccan Trap. In the body you will write the natural resource potential and conclude by saying what is the importance of Deccan Trap in the Indian subcontinent. Clear? Clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. First coming to the introduction. So what is this Deccan Trap? So if you take the India map, Deccan Trap, obviously it has to be in the Deccan region. Why this trap is used? It is because of the large region of volcanic activity where this particular thing called basalt was trapped. So basalt is a volcanic outcome. Everyone knows that. So this particular area is called Deccan Trap. So obviously you need to draw the India map and explain the area of Deccan Trap. So this particular area is called Deccan Trap. So you need to write in the introduction, Deccan Trap is the region in the peninsular plateau where the basalt is trapped due to certain volcanic activity some millions of years ago. Okay, and then this is spread. What is the spread? Spread from the present day borders of Rajasthan to up to the borders of Karnataka. And then in the body you will write what is the main aspect? Potential of Deccan Trap. So what do you mean by potential? They are asking you what potential? Natural resource potential. So what are the main natural resources? So the first is minerals. So you write minerals. What are the minerals available in this area? We all know some important minerals like bauxite, natural gas. In the Bombay coast, you have petroleum. Okay, so all these are important minerals. Okay, and then at some places, iron ore. In Dharwad Plateau of Karnataka, we have iron ore. Okay, so all these are the important minerals. Okay, and then what are the other natural resources available? You can say natural seaports. So because of the formation of this particular Deccan Trap in a certain region, you have for example, Gujarat is like this, and then comes your Maharashtra like this. So natural seaports conducive for construction of harbors and hence high volume of sea trade. Next, what are the other natural resources? This area, agriculture. So what is the soil of this area? So predominantly because of the basalt and lava activity, predominantly this is black soil. So very conducive for growing cotton groundnut, sugarcane, tobacco, and these are all commercial crops. So high commercial crops, this thing. Okay, we have discussed about the minerals, natural seaports, then soil. Okay, we've spoken about petroleum. And then finally, what are the other natural resources? You can say biodiversity. Biodiversity. Due to the presence of Western Ghats, there is tremendous biodiversity, which is also called ecologically sensitive zones or ecologically sensitive regions. Okay, and it gives a lot of flora or fauna to the Indian subcontinent. Okay, so in the conclusion we'll write this Deccan Trap has a lot of potential for natural resources. And many of them are not completely explored. So you can conclude saying that, however, as this area is very densely populated, the potential shall be explored by keeping in view the sustainable growth. So we are saying no doubt it is important, but take care of the inhabitations there. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Mahesh Hari. Good start. Soil, minerals, rivers, okay. Environment, okay, good. So conclusion, where is the conclusion? Is it in the second page? No, I don't think it is here. So write the conclusion.
Sir, I have written, sir. 1 minute, sir.
Yeah. It's in different page.
Sorry, sir. I could not align it properly.
Okay, the conclusion can be better, Mahesh. You
Okay,
saw our conclusion, right?
yes, sir.
So try to write in a better way. Okay,
Okay,
remaining parts are good, but why are you trying to congest it so much here? The presentation part you work out. Okay,
okay,
work
sir.
out on the presentation. Okay, you can write many more points. You have discussed few more points, add them, and also work out on your conclusion. Okay.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Yeah, see the 25th question, everyone. Examine the potential of wind energy in India and explain the reasons for their limited spatial spread. Okay, so two parts of the question. First is the potential, and then why the potential is being not used. Maybe in the before conclusion, you can say way forward, how the potential can be used, and then conclude. Okay, take 5 minutes. Yeah. The question is on wind energy. Okay. Good points, Rajni. So the question is examine the potential of wind energy in India. The first is the potential of wind energy and explain the reasons for the limited spatial spread. Okay. So the question is potential of wind energy, first part, and then the second part of the question is reasons for limited spatial. The second part is limited spatial spread. So two parts of the question. So in this question, since you are writing this dimension, you write probable solutions or alternatives and then conclude. Okay, though this is not asked, you are expected to write here. If it's a 150 word question, just write some points like this: solutions 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If it's a proper 250 word question, then write solutions 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So in the introduction, what you'll write, obviously you'll write about the wind energy, how wind energy is one of the most important renewable energy along with the solar energy. You will define that along with solar energy, and it is abundantly present in world and also in India. The need of the hour is to trap this energy. Okay. And then in the body, you'll write the potential. As per many reports, the potential of wind energy is 300 gigawatt in India, but the installed capacity is hardly around 60 gigawatt. Okay. This is approximate. It can be 10 here and there. So around 60 gigawatt it is installed. Okay. So what are the potentials? So make a side heading potential of wind energy. So what it can do, potential of wind energy in India. The question is in India. So in India, what are the places where there is potential for wind energy is the question. Okay, in India, where are the places which have the potential? So again, for this question, you need to draw the Indian map. Wherever the question is on India, try to draw Indian map. Okay, it may not be exactly this, or you can draw even better if you have long practice. Then show which are the places. So generally the coastlines, the western coast, eastern coast, okay, and then near the Rajasthan area and in the northeast, all these areas are wind energy areas. And in Tamil Nadu. So basically, you can say India has a long coastline, especially the states of Gujarat and Andhra Pradesh, top two states in coastline. So they have long coastline, and hence the wind energy potential near the sea because of the various breezes is high. Okay, and then Western Ghats, Eastern Ghats, it has lot of potential for wind energy. And then many hilly areas, they also have the potential for wind energy. Okay. And then, okay, areas like Tamil Nadu, AP, etc. also have lot of potential for wind energy. So, and the question, next question is, after the potential, what is it? Reasons for limited spread. So the next slide I'm getting is reasons for limited spread. So what are the reasons for limited spread? Basically, It's a very the setting up of wind turbines is very challenging. Okay, especially in mountain or hilly terrains. Grid connection is costly because they operate in a remote way. To connect them to grid is very difficult. Not consistent. You continuously do not have the wind, right? Not consistent and hence cannot be used as a base load. What is a base load? The load which is available 24 hours like thermal power plant. It is a base load. Not consistent. Okay. It is sometimes a risk, poses risk to birds and other flying animals. It poses them a risk to them. So that is another important thing. Okay. And then technology constraints. So probable solutions. This is the angle which we are adding, which is not asked in your question. Probable solutions can use wind turbines as microgrids. So wind turbines can be used as microgrids without actually connecting them to the grids. Can be helpful in powering remote areas. Okay. And then ask the discoms to purchase wind power like what is being done for solar power. Okay. So taking care of turbine design not to harm birds. So these are the probable solutions. And then finally, technology updation. And then conclude saying that India, as per COP21 2015, has committed 450 gigawatts of renewable power by 2030, for which the potential of wind energy has to be tapped. Hence, it's important. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Good. Okay. Yes. Good answer, Shanta Prasad. See the 27th question. Elucidate the relationship between globalization and new technology in a world of scarce resources with special reference to India. So a big question, just look at it. Yeah, good points. So basically the question is asking you relationship between globalization and new technology in a world of scarce natural resources in the Indian context. Okay, so they are asking you, if you see the question again, relationship between globalization and new technology in a world of scarce resources with special reference to India. Okay, fine. First, obviously for this, the framework, what will be the framework? In the introduction, you will introduce what is globalization, and in the body you will define what is the relationship between globalization and the new technology. Finally, conclude. Okay, and how the new technology has impacted. So first, introduction. Define globalization. Globalization, everyone knows, a very standard and an important phenomena which the world is facing today. Okay, what is globalization? Is the integration of world economies and coming of is also coming of people together, right? This is globalization. So today the entire world globalized. Okay, the body, relationship between globalization and the new technology. So what is the relationship between globalization and new technology? So go field by field. Okay, with regard to geography, they are asking you. So in India, the high yield varieties or the green revolution is an impact of new technology and is an outcome of globalization. Similarly, the fertilizers output increases because of fertilizers. Okay, and then obviously the technology, especially the software, internet, this has reformed the world. Okay, and also in technology you can write the telephone or communication, transport, airways, and then supercomputers. Weather forecast, disaster mitigation, etc. And then new technology in various fields, primary, secondary sectors, right? So these are the relationship between globalization and new technology. Okay, so this is the important thing. So in the world of scarce resources, globalization has helped in identifying and utilizing important resources. So what are the issues with regard to globalization of natural resources? Rapid use and exorbitant use. It is trying to depletion. And then pollution due to fossil burning. And this pollution is causing the global warming. Too much use of fertilizers, groundwater damaged, degraded. Okay, and then technology transfer issues between developed and developing countries. And the food security is still an issue for many nations. And in the conclusion, you write that globalization and new technology are to be used in a much measured way so that they can benefit the humankind and can achieve sustainable development. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. International Solar Alliance. Okay. Defense. Okay. This angle maybe you can avoid because it's a geography paper. Drawbacks, brain drain, technology transfer, patent rights. Yeah. Okay, good. See the last question. Whereas the British planters had developed tea gardens all along the Shivaliks and Lesser Himalayas from Assam to Himachal. In effect, they did not succeed beyond Darjeeling area. Explain. So they are asking why tea plantations could not go beyond Darjeeling. So it's a typical geography question. Explain the terrain, explain the difficulty, and conclude. Take 2 minutes. Yeah, very valid points, Rajni. And yeah, basically it's about terrain and also the conditions. Because beyond Darjeeling, yes, the weather is very extreme, the rainfall is very high, okay, and then the labor supply is very low, okay, and the distance from the nearest port of India is also very, very high. So obviously, when you are producing anything, and especially something like tea, one thing is the weather conditions. So here, first thing is the weather conditions, second, the soil conditions, and then the transport issues, and then the labor issues. Okay. So obviously, the moment you mention these four, before that, you can mention, as Rajni pointed out, the favorable conditions for tea. So very straightforward question, easy question. Such questions you have to write again. You have to concentrate more on the presentation. So in the introduction, okay, tea was brought to India by Britishers because it was like a commercial crop for them, and they started making estates of tea, and they have monopolized the tea during their time. Okay, and they have, in the body you will write many areas like Assam, Darjeeling, and in places of Himachal, the tea gardens concept became very popular. So what are the favorable conditions for tea? Basically, it requires around 18 degrees Celsius to 30 degrees Celsius for tea growth. The soil should be clay in nature. Okay, the temperature should be around 100 centimeters to around 130 centimeters per annum, and also availability of labor. So these are the important conditions. Okay, so why it could not go beyond Darjeeling? So that is the question, right? Beyond Darjeeling areas, why? The question is, and so the answer is, the soil conditions are not clay, which is required for growing tea. Okay, and then the fertility is less. Rainfall is very, very high in northeast regions, which is not conducive for tea growth. Okay, and the temperature in the northeast is extremely cold due to the winds, and again this is also not conducive for the growth of tea. Okay, and the availability of labor is less in these areas, hence it becomes very costly to grow tea in these areas. And the connectivity from road and also sea transport, connectivity through road or sea is also not there, and hence the raw material cannot be easily transported. It cannot be easily transported. This is another issue. The conclusion we will write, there are certain features required for growth of tea. So Britishers brought tea to those places which were conducive, and beyond that it cannot be expanded because it is not economic and productive. Okay, clear?
Clear, sir.
Yes, sir.
We'll see Hari's also.
Sir, it was in the second PDF, sir. Sir.
You are repeating the entire question, not required. Okay. Label the figure. This is not exactly the reason. Ultimately, they made these as gardens, right? These are tea gardens, and they made them protected areas. And in Darjeeling also, they have tried to include tea. Okay, try to write some of the geographical points as we discussed. Okay, Mahesh. And the
Okay, sir.
conclusion also can be slightly better. Okay, fine. Your answers are decent to start with, but then the
Okay.
points are not exactly matching the core demand of the question. Try to answer the core demand of the question and try to answer more on the conclusion part. Conclusion you are not
Okay, sir.
okay. So try to give the
Okay, sir.
conclusion, and thereby you can.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
So our next class will be on Monday. So Monday again, I'm trying for 5:30 to 6:30 class. So if the questions are posted by 10 a.m. or so, or even before, I'll try to talk to Vijay. If the questions are posted beforehand, try to post your answers by around 4:30, 5 o'clock maximum, so that we'll have the session in the slightly early times. Whatever it is, I'll try to inform. Okay, please follow the group. Good night.